information to go over. This is going to be a quick segment, so if you have a few minutes, go get yourself a cup of coffee and come on back and watch while you go. Just like my kids do, right? They've got their device right here and they're looking at it and they're like in the pantry, and that's why I vacuum all the time, because they drop stuff all over the place. But, carry us with you and watch while you go. This is the PM News on the Caffeinated Cooper Show. And first up to the stream, I want to bring our friend of the show, JC Schweingruber. There he is. It's good to see you. And you're with Vista Partners.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what Vista Partners is? Just a short synopsis. And then we're going to go over the financial report. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. Vista Partners is a two-person owned and operated investment advisor company. And we actually manage client portfolios for them based on their needs, risk tolerance, and expectations, whether it be short-term, small dollar amount clients, high net worth clients. So we kind of run the gamut of the type of people that we work with. We have custodian is Charles Schwab, so that's where our clients keep their assets at. We manage those portfolios for them for a fee base.
Awesome. All right. So what are you foreseeing in the near future? What's happened in the market for the past week or so?
Yeah, we were on a couple of weeks ago and we talked a little bit brought up inflation and the supply chain troubles that we were having. And some companies are still seeing that going into the holidays. Now, not a lot of your big box stores like your Walmarts and Targets, because they started taking care of their own supply chains. Amazon is another place that has pretty much their own supply chain that's built in. So as we go into the holidays, I think really what people are going to be looking at is kind of sticker shock. We talked a little bit about inflation, and people have been complaining about the price of gas and other things that are starting to creep in, groceries. Well, sticker shock's going to hit the shelves. And I think I just saw a survey that a growing number of people this year are not going to be actually Christmas shopping, buying gifts. But that's probably going to translate to people actually giving gift cards, cash, things like that, like alternative type gifts. I do like to tell people, hey, keep in mind to shop local. There are a lot of people that locally, you don't have the supply chain issues and things are made by local folks. One of the things, though, and the big thing in the news yesterday, the market was only open half a day, but we closed down 900 points, which is a big drop. And Asia saw very similar things happening in their markets as well. So a lot of people take that as a kind of a freak out point. Hey, let's sell. Yeah. But I would tell people, investors, to pump the brakes a little bit. Let's hold on. We're at the end of the year, so a couple of things are happening. Mutual funds who have seen gains all year long in some of the holdings that they have, for example, like Microsoft, Netflix, Tesla, that's run through the roof. Bitcoin is another investment people have seen huge returns on. Well, fund managers that may not have kept up with the average of the indexes are trying to earn their bonuses. I used to be a fund manager. I know how that works. So they want to earn their bonuses. So they'll take capital gains right now at the end of the year and sell off a lot of things so that they can bolster their returns of their fund. You're going to see a lot of that happening over the next probably couple of weeks. It could be an opportunity to buy. A couple of months ago, we actually had another 900 point down day in the market. And I did a quick video, and I uploaded it to the Facebook page for Vista Partners. And in that, I talked about what's called a black swan event. And for those who don't know what that is, that's basically an event that comes out of nowhere that nobody predicts, like the Delta strain, or they started talking about this new strain of COVID coming out of South Africa. Well, that's a black swan event. 9/11 would have been a black swan event, things that we just don't see coming. So those events, but keep in mind with this Delta strain, this new strain, we've been here before. We've seen how this plays out. Pump the brakes on selling and getting panicked. Treat it like an opportunity. And I did a video and I posted it up. It was on September 12th. I don't post a lot of things on the Facebook page, so you don't have to keep scrolling. But if you scroll down a little bit to September 12th, you'll see a video that I put up where I talked about events such as this and how to take advantage of the market instead of having the market take advantage of you. So that's sort of the biggest thing in the news right now. We still have inflation. Earnings season is wrapping up, and probably 75 to 80% of the S&P 500 either met or beat earning expectations. So that was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
I think going forward, the only thing really we need to look at is like the sticker shock from Christmas, how
Hmm.
Christmas sales are going to be, going through the rest of the month.
Hmm.
We'll learn a lot after this Black Friday weekend, but keep in mind those are some things that we'll be paying attention to going into next year. And is your portfolio built to weather the storm of a prolonged inflation, whether it be several months or 18 months to maybe 2 years?
And if it's not, can you tell us what is your email address? What's the best way to get in touch with you in case somebody wants to reach out?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a conversation everyone needs to have, especially going into the holidays. People spend more time planning their vacation than they do their retirement. So, a 20-minute conversation can go a long way. You can reach us at vistafrontpartners.com. There's a contact tab. You can reach me directly at jc@vistafrontpartners.com.
Hmm.
And of course, follow us on Facebook and give us a like there. And we put up some articles that we think are interesting. It's not really advice articles because it's sort of generic, but articles that we think people would find interesting. And occasionally we'll do a video and talk a little bit about what people can expect and maybe certain things like investing for dividends or how to kind of combat inflation, things like that. So important topics that need to be discussed.
Absolutely. So if you like
Sorry
to,
about the shaky camera, by the way.
that's okay. That's all right. If you'd like to get in touch with JC, it's jc@vistafrontpartners.com. Vista Front Partners is spelled out for you right down below on the broadcast. But in case you're listening alone, it's VISTAFRONTPARTNERS.com. VistaFrontPartners.com. And you are JC Schweingruber. So there's one thing. Do you have 2 seconds more for us?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So one of the stories that I pulled, I actually did a lot of research and I wrote it in my own words. So I really can't source it specifically, but I found the same information over and over and over again. And it touches on, of course, financial, a little bit towards what you had just mentioned in your financial report. And it's about Black Friday. And so basically, of course, this is pieced together. I didn't plagiarize anything, but Black Friday synopsis equals a bleak excitement return. Holiday sales have already set record pace this year. The National Retail Federation foresees an increase of beyond 10%. Sales for November and December are expected to exceed $850 billion. Now, will all the merchandise be delivered before Christmas? That's the question. So, what do you think about the $850 billion number? Do you agree with that?
That's a huge number. I don't disagree with it, but it's going to be a combination of in-person shopping and online shopping, and a lot of that's going to be online shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon will probably be seeing a huge chunk of that. Now, keep in mind, it's not just Amazon. There's a lot of independent businesses that have their business where they sell things on Amazon,
Sure.
and so that's going to be a big deal. There's a lot of pent-up demand from the pandemic still yet, and the only thing that I would caution about is that the sticker shock is that level of spending that we've seen so far going to keep up through the Christmas season.
Sure, absolutely.
And,
I mentioned
we'll know in a couple of weeks.
You're right, exactly. I agree with you. I had mentioned on a couple of the earlier broadcasts that the family went out shopping for a Christmas tree without me yesterday, and I got a FaceTime. And FaceTimes always make me nervous because either the tree is like way too big for the house or something's going on. And they FaceTime me, so I answered it. And my husband's standing there, and we're looking at a tree, and I'm like, well, that's a beautiful tree. But why are you calling me? And it was a 10-foot tree for almost $500. And I said, keep walking. Like, it's ridiculous the prices that we're seeing for just holiday decorating here in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think probably some of the decorations we've seen, if you didn't buy early enough, which unfortunately I didn't either, I need to go out and do this. I've seen even some artificial trees as up as $1,200. Like high end, but like that's a lot for an artificial tree. But I think prices we're probably looking at anywhere from 15 to 20%. Probably going to be the same thing next year, from what I've read and what I've heard. So, just kind of be prepared for that. And it's never a bad idea. Like my niece is the world's worst for driving through Starbucks. Picking up a $5-6 latte. Maybe 1 day or 2 days a week. Don't do that. Take your own coffee. Save that up, and because every little bit pays. Every little bit counts. Keep a change jar where you throw change in, and see where it's at the end of the year. Actually, I can have several $100s just in pocket change by the end of the year. Like, people don't think about that, but it's there. So Yeah, but I don't disagree with that number, but it's whether it's going to keep it up at that pace will be telling.
And it's interesting as to if they factored in, well, you had mentioned the gift cards, if they factored that into it as well.
Yeah, that'll be a big part of Christmas, I think, this year.
I think so too. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Anybody who has any questions for JC, contact him at jc@vistafrontpartners, that's with an S on the end, .com. So that's jc@vistafrontpartners.com, VISTAFRONTPARTNERS.com. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.
Hey, you too. I'm always glad to help folks. So yeah, keep us in mind if you have questions. Hey, thanks again, Elizabeth.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. So the show continues with a little bit more news. And I definitely want to go back to, wow, that's a huge number. $850 billion to be and in the process of being spent for this holiday season. That is ginormous. I mean, like, really. So what's selling, do you ask? What's selling? And we're going to get into what's selling right now, because there's a couple of things that are tried and true that we've seen selling, such as, let's see, the Apple iPads are very, very hot. Nintendo Switch is really hot. I actually had one of my sons, two of my sons, ask for a Nintendo Switch, and I'm kind of like, oh, we got the Xbox. Like, why do you have an iPad? Like, why do we need a Switch? So I don't know. Santa is a little discombobulated over that. We're going to have to see how the Santa letters shake out, because if it shakes out and it's like a pony or a Nintendo Switch, I'm going to have to go with that Switch, and hopefully I can get my hands on one. Just Dance video game, that's been hot since my girls, who are now almost 21 years old, when they were 10, 11, 12, they were into Just Dance. So Just Dance video game, which is a whole lot of fun, and Oculus Quest. So those are all the ones that are hot on holiday lists this year that you want to go ahead and order now. Obviously, Black Friday was yesterday. Black Friday has become like a week. And then we have Cyber Monday coming up. I have no idea what to expect with Cyber Monday. I've got to tell you, I was one of those people who was watching the news and everybody's saying, buy now, buy now, buy now. They're showing the ships outside the ports. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy now. So I did months ago. I had some downtime and I'm like, I'm just going to get on the laptop and I'm just going to order everything that I need. And I did. So I'm pretty much done. So I really have no need to look into Cyber Monday. But I'm going to get my eyes on it because I'm curious as to what's in stock and what's selling and what the delivery times are on the things that are selling. But there's a couple of new things on the market, and I'm going to call them new. I've never ever heard of these things. My youngest daughter right now is 13, 4. Oh my gosh. Yeah, numbers are not my friend. No, she's 13. And so I've never ever seen these. Have you ever seen Rainbow High? Rainbow High dolls. That is on here on my list. It's above all the things that I listed from the Apple, the iPad and the Apple products, Nintendo Switch. It's above that. Rainbow High dolls. This is one of the things that is on the list of all the girls that are writing Santa lists this year. I really don't even know the age range, but I do want to share my screen because I was sitting there looking at this a couple of nights ago when I was compiling the news. And I thought, well, what in the world, where did the Rainbow High doll idea come from? And I'm like, it's got to be a show. It just has to be. And so back in the day, it used to be a little bit different for me and my girlfriends because, it first started with a strawberry shortcake doll. And then later on, we had the strawberry shortcake, the show, and we got to watch the show and stuff. So I Googled them. I found them on YouTube. I'm going to play a little bit of this, and then we can discuss. Here we go. Rainbow High dolls.
I'm Sunny Madison, Violet's BFF from forever. Can you believe we both got into Rainbow High? We're like talent twinsies. Right. Except maybe not twinsies. I'm digital media focused and she's computer animation. Wait, I know your names. You're on our floor. We're your prefects, the upperclassmen in charge.
And when the A's are in charge,
Avery, Aiden, and Ainsley.
you never know what'll happen.
You'll find out though. Your rooms are through there and up 2 flights. Later. Hashtag Rainbow High Goals.
Okay, so that's Rainbow High. I would take that as if Instagram was a high school. For high school, like this is kind of like, what were those dolls? The Brat dolls? I never allowed my girls to have any Brat dolls. Not because I'm a prude towards sexuality. I'm a prude towards selling sex to little kids. So that's kind of what I felt about the Brat dolls. I thought, no, they're a little too made up. They're a little too revealing. I wouldn't, I'm not really a fan, but this is on top lists of some people that are asking for items for Christmas. So that's one of them. Okay. And then we have another one, same scenario. I'm like, I don't know anything about these. And this is called rainbow corns. I don't know why it's all rainbow stuff, but rainbow corns. What's a rainbow corn? This is actually pretty interesting. It looks like it's sort of an egg, and inside of the egg comes out all these little girl things, and you can see little press-on nails. It's a little plush little guy that they're all cute. They're all very colorful. So I'm thinking, okay, where did this come from? Because there again, back in the day with Beanie Babies, like that was it. It was a Beanie Baby. There were some commercials. That's how we knew what they were, because they were commercials. But now in an age where commercials are viewed just a little bit differently, I started Googling, and here's what I found when I Googled what is a rainbow corn. I found that yet again, it is a TV show and it's a cartoon, and we're going to watch just a second of the cartoon. Because this will show you what it is if your grandchild is asking for a rainbow corn. Let's increase the size of that so you can see. Here's rainbow corns.
I heard cracking. Was that the egg? Not the egg you were talking about.
What?
Oh, what is it with you, Buddy Corn? Do you really have to bake today a whole day? Oh, today should be about magic and sequins and rainbows and
Did you just stir the thing
Today's
with
someone's
its...
birthday, and who has a birthday without cake? You unicorns need to chill, Dazzle.
They need to chill.
You making cake? I heard someone say cake! Monkey corns love our cake!
Carrot cake.
I love carrot cake! Especially when it's covered in banana icing!
You mean banana cake?
Yeah, pretty much.
Guys,
Cake and banana?
At Holiday Central,
Well,
Discovery
there
Plus
you
is
go. So
stuffing your
that is
stockings
rainbow
with more.
corns. We're not going to sit here and watch the commercial for it, but rainbow corns. So it's a cute little cartoon. I mean, I don't have anything against that little cartoon. It's very colorful. It's, I get where they come with the name with the rainbow corns. So this would be like a zebra corn, I guess, if we're going to go with the lingo that they got there. A giraffe corn. Seal corn? I don't know. But as you can see, it comes in an egg, and it's got a little headband, little press-on nails, a little couche, a little hair bow, all that kind of stuff. So this is one of the things that all these kids, that's what they want for Christmas. They want rainbow corns, and they want rainbow high dolls. All right, moving on in the news, but fairly keeping with a little bit of the topic. I decided, what are the polls? What are people being asked, and what are their questions? So I found a couple of different polls, and these are really, really interesting. I'm going to bring up the first interesting one. Which celebrity out of 200,000 people polled, all right, what percentage do you think that each one of these celebrities people would want to have over for Thanksgiving dinner or for the holidays? Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson home for the holidays? 68% of people said yes. Kanye West, 4% of people said yes. Danny DeVito, 55% of people polled out of 200,000 people said yes. Megan Thee Stallion, bring her home for the Christmas holiday. 36% of people said yes. And Adele, what do you think? You think everybody loves Adele? Everybody does love Adele. 83. She was way beyond Taylor Swift. Adele, 83% of people of American households polled, 200,000 of them, said yes. She's welcome to our holiday dinner. All right, now we have your favorite holiday special. So this is based upon ratings of viewership, of how many people are searching them for digital streaming. What holiday show do you think takes the lead at number 1? I'm going to start with number 11. Number 11, and these are all based upon viewership, rating, as well as votes. They did poll 50 people on top of it. So out of 50 people, Mickey's Christmas Carol debuted in 1983, has a big fat 0. I find that hard to believe because Mickey has done a lot of stuff around the holidays. We all know going to Disney, Disneyland, Disney World, it's like decked out to the max. Christmas is a big, big holiday there. I'm surprised by that one. All right, here's the next one. A Muppet Family Christmas. I like Muppets. I tend to find myself to be a Muppet most parts of the day, you know. Debuted in 1987. 2%, only 1 vote out of 50 of the people that they voted, 1 vote. But it did make the top 11 list based off of people downloading it and watching it. So these results are based upon the answers of the people. The results of who's on the list is based on how many downloads does it have, how many people are actually watching it. At number 9, the Christmas Raccoons. What in the world is the Christmas Raccoons? Have you ever seen the Christmas Raccoons? I never have. I don't know what in the world that is. Hello, hello, Gabrielle. Hello. It's good to see you, Michael. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Say hello. Let me know who's watching. Christmas Raccoons debuted in 1980. Maybe I was just too young. I have no idea. I was not aware at that time. Only 1 vote. So 1 out of 50 people probably even know what that is. SNL's The Night Hanukkah Harry Saved Christmas debuted 1989. That is 2 votes. It has only 2. All right, come on. We got to get to the big numbers. Emmett's Otter's Jug Band Christmas. This debuted the year I was born, 1977. I totally don't know who they are. Apparently not a whole lot. It was only 4%. 4% of people said, yeah, that's what we have to watch. Futurama's Xmas Story debuted in 1999. That has 6% of people saying we must watch Futurama's Xmas Story. We must, or it's not Christmas. All right, number 5. Now here we're getting into some that I've definitely heard. This list is compiled based upon how many times it's downloaded and watched. And then they polled 50 people to try to figure out, have they ever seen it? How many times did they personally search for it? So that's where these percentages come from. It's a Wonderful Life. 1946 was the debut year. It's a Wonderful Life got 14% of yes. We must watch it to make it feel like the holidays. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the original, debuted in 1964. It has 14% as well. So that ties, but it is downloaded a little bit more, so it's number 4 on the list. Number 3 on the list, The Year Without Santa Claus, debuted in 1974, has 16%. What do you think number 2 and number 1 is? Might surprise you. Number 2, A Charlie Brown's Christmas. 1965 was the debut year. 18% of people say, yeah, we got to watch it. Now, these percentages never really get very high, so I have no idea what kind of people they actually asked if they even celebrate Christmas. Because these percent, like number 1 only gets 20%. Number 1, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original 1966. I'd have to say I differ in opinion with this list a little bit because The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, the movie with Jim Carrey, we always have to watch that. We always have to watch Elf with Will Ferrell. We always have to watch that. Where's Gene Shepherd's A Christmas Story? Where's that? Like here in Atlanta, we have the Yule log, which some of our, I think it's NBC, CBS, they have the Yule log Christmas morning. So it's basically just a log with Christmas music. And you see Santa's hand coming in to stoke the fire and stuff. And it's really nice to have on while you open up your gifts on Christmas morning. And then after that, they run and rerun Gene Shepherd's A Christmas Story, like again and again and again. That's not on this list. So I don't know. All right. Last poll we have here. Christmas. I know Christmas Vacation's not on here either. I mean, my boys were watching that yesterday. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. And what did he do? He shot his eye out. Thank God he had glasses on. It didn't do anything. All right. So what to wear? Top what to wear this holiday season. We have a top 5 list. This was of people polled. It was 200,000 people polled. So this is the top 5 list. Number 1, matching. All right. This is for couples. Matching Christmas sweaters, his and hers, or his and hers and hers, whichever you are. Matching couples Christmas sweaters. 50% of 200,000 people said yes. Matching? The only time I'd match with anybody ever is if it was Halloween and it was a flippin' hilarious costume. That's the only way I'd match with somebody. All right, number 2. Are you ready for this? Jesus print attire. Jesus print attire. All right, this is what to wear the Christmas season. Now, of course, Christmas is all about Jesus. Christmas doesn't come until baby Jesus is born in my house, okay? No, I put the nativity up and baby Jesus goes behind the manger until Christmas morning, and Santa puts the baby in the manger because that's how it happens. That's how it works. And then I got smart little kids that put Jesus in there, and then I got to put Jesus back. And I'm like, why, Jesus? You're not born yet. All right, so it's all about Jesus. But Jesus printed attire, 47% of people say yes. I've never had anything with Jesus's face on it that I could wear. Where do they even get that? Santa fuzzy socks. That's easy. 88% of people said yes. Santa's fuzzy socks, but it made it to 3 on the list, but 88% of people said yes. Men's, I saw this once. At Christmas Mass. Men's light up Christmas print suit. Let that soak in. Men's light up Christmas print suit. So, Mass, a couple of years ago, right? Because this was probably 2019, maybe 2018. And I thought, we don't go to Mass very often. I should really take my kids to church more often. And we got there and I'm like, no, we're good. We're good. We're learning about Jesus and God at home. Because this guy comes in and, I can't fault him. He had a good attitude, right? That's the hardest part in life is just having a good attitude. But he had a good attitude. He was wearing one of those Christmas printed suits. It was Christmas cats and they lit up. And I'm like, I'm afraid of clowns. And now I'm afraid of that more. I will bring the clown home and feed it. Not you. Like I can't do it. But 47% of 200,000 people polled said, yeah, I own one and you have to have it. Beard balls. So guys with beards, the ornaments that they put in there, 33% of 200,000 people say, yeah, but that's got to happen. You got a beard, you got to put some balls in it. That's got to happen. So that's the end of my polls. And the end of the news. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining me for the Saturday PM news. Everybody, I will see you on Wednesday evening. I'm doing a recording Monday evening, but we will not be live. That's going to be brought up in post-production with Alicia G. If you know Alicia G, she is a very talented DJ and music composer. She writes her own music. She performs her own music. She's got a new single out, and we're going to be talking to Alicia G. So everybody, have a wonderful day. Have a safe day. If you're trimming that tree, be careful on the ladder. And always, we are blessed. You are blessed. Mwah! I love you. Thank you for tuning into the news, and I will see you